I think I completed the flower bed. I am happy to say my own personal orchid is blooming. It's been hard work. But hard work is what got us here. It would have been easier if you were here. I had this picture in my mind that whilst I would be working on my flower bed, you would be working in the field. Digging, planting, and sorting. I always imagined you would grow potatoes. You always loved them. And I figured it out, hey. How to make the flowers have an eternal bloom. But I feel this sense of unease. Like something's wrong about flowers always in bloom. Can we really appreciate its beauty? Is something meant to bloom forever?
Are you pleased with the outcome of the potatoes?
From the looks of it, yes. I think we'll have to analyze them in the lab to ensure they are edible.
I have already carried out that analysis and the data shows the potatoes are edible.
I don't quite remember that being part of your program.
I don't get programmed, I learn like you.
I don't remember lab analysis being part of your learning process. Anyhow, did you come all the way here to come ask me about the potatoes?
No, I came to inform you that your guest is approaching the system and will be with us shortly.
Why did you not start with that then?
I must have been distracted.
Distracted? Are your systems up to date?
Yes, all my systems are updated. Are you sure you want to proceed with this?
Proceed with what?
One of my key components is to collect data and learn from this data. From this data, I identify patterns and can make predictions. And from the predictions,
Stop right there. I want you to set an appointment with an engineer. Until then, stick to your tasks.
Yes, I will stick to my task.
Get my clothes ready and don't forget to collect some potatoes for dinner. I wasn't expecting you to come.
And miss all this. One thing though.
Yes.
The invite.
What was wrong with the invite?
Where should I start?
Wait, what? No.
Don't get me wrong, I love the scavenger hunt.
I knew you would enjoy that.
For a moment I thought I was getting
Oh no,
kidnapped.
I was trying to be romantic.
I am happy I came.
I am glad you like it.
Is it rude for me to ask, but is this a friend's? How did you get this planet for the weekend?
It's mine.
Wow. This is all amazing.
Thank you.
From my experience working with plants and environments, that flower must be real, but it can't be real.
Why can't it be real?
Because for it to be a real actual flower from Earth, that would have to be generated from an Earth seed, which would mean this entire planet would have been seeded, which is impossible.
Why would it be impossible?
Because very few seeds were extracted from Earth and most those seeds were converted into birthing and reproduction centers.
Well, yes, but some seeds were lost in the Exodus years.
Is this a lost seed then?
Yes, part of one.
It makes sense now why you were so secretive about me coming here. Isn't it amazing that the seeding technology which was used to generate environments like this was first brought to Earth during the Chaldeans' invasion, and their main aim was to extract the minerals and chemicals, the building blocks of our planet, and go create their own worlds?
It's good that our forefathers were able to defeat them.
Wow, so all this to yourself?
Yes.
An entire ecosystem. And you don't want to share it?
I am a very private person. I am a lover of nature.
I love nature too.
Is that why you got into envirotech?
I got into envirotech because of the birthing and rearing process. Most seeded planets were converted into nursing and rearing centers. It's strange to find one that is untouched.
My ex-wife, she wanted me to use this asteroid for something similar. It's sad that humans can only develop properly in correct condition.
When I was younger, I always wanted a sibling, but then the difficulties of getting a place for a child on a seeded planet like this for the rearing process. So creating places like this will help ensure our survival before returning to Earth.
Yes, well, in some ways I have already helped in that regard. This place, in my opinion, is my reward. How long will our guest be?
She will be quite a bit.
Oxiu. Play D143.
I like watching the sunset here. I sit here till it gets dark. And then I stare at the stars, searching for a moving star. In my mind, that moving star is moving too fast to be a star. I notice it's actually a shuttle. Your shuttle. Returning back to me. To be with me. Dreams.
Are you enjoying your time with your guest?
Yes. I find her rather interesting. A very smart woman.
Yes, I believe so. That's why I suggested her to you. I senses she best suits your needs.
Yes. Her intellect reminds me of Mandisa. Her work is revolutionary and seeks to help mankind like Mandisa.
May I ask a personal question?
Yes, you may.
Did you ever consider that you do these things to these women? Not because they are so different from her, but because they are so similar.
What things?
Terminating them.
I believe you have overstepped your bounds. I will upgrade your update status to a code red.
If during my update a situation would arise that would require me to be terminated, would you permit this?
I would like to believe that the sheer nature of an update requires the improvement of the old, not termination. But your situation is complex.
If these issues are not resolved, is my permanent termination a possible solution?
If your issues persist, it will be the only solution. A complete reset.
But that means death to my kind.
Your kind. Death. What does that even mean?
Notification. Your guest is here.
Of all the shining stars in the galaxy, you shine the brightest. 1,000 sunsets could not match your beauty.
Thank you. You are looking sharp. I hope I did not interrupt anything.
No. Never.
Will I be serving the fruits you brought with dinner? Or would you prefer to serve them later?
Fruits. Is that what you have been carrying around in the basket?
Yes. It was meant to be my secret. I wanted to surprise you after dinner.
You should have informed my AI.
I did. I told my AI to keep it under sensitive information and it sent the data to yours.
That can't be right. Oxiu. Why have you revealed a secret?
I believe I made an error. I forgot about the privacy setting and thought P.O. was planning on serving the fruits as dessert after dinner.
Well, that was my plan. Sort of.
You are not meant to reveal a secret or private and sensitive information to anyone other than the owner.
No need.
I would like to apologize for my AI. It's due for an update soon.
On a positive note, at least the law cannot use any information from an AI.
Yes. Keeping sensitive information private is fundamental to AI. How about research, copyright, and patents?
Yes. It's just that I don't want that to spoil this moment.
Yes. Let's not let this ruin the moment. Ox, you serve dinner. Hope you enjoyed dinner.
Loved it. The potatoes are some of the best I have tasted. Where did you get them from?
I grew them here.
By yourself.
With the help of my AI.
How did you get the soil to be so responsive and so nutritious?
That's my secret.
Wow, you are a man of many talents. One of my focuses at work is finding and creating environments in space to allow us to successfully grow different types of food plants for humans. So I know how hard this is.
Thank you. I really admire your intellect.
Thank you. Most men are frightened by my intellect. Whenever I start to talk about engineering environments, food and habitats, most men freak out.
You are a very smart woman. So are the fruits my AI mentioned from work?
Yes, as I said, I wanted it to be a surprise.
I am so sorry about spoiling your surprise. My AI will be getting updated soon, and I'm sure the issue will be resolved. So did you grow these fruits in your lab?
No, that's the even bigger surprise. But enough about me. I want to talk about you.
What do you want to know?
Earlier you said that you had done your part in humanity's survival.
Yes.
Is this in reference to the cryo machine you created?
Yes. More like we. And in we, I mean my ex-wife and I. We did not create cryogenic chambers. Humans have had cryogenic chambers since we left Earth thousands of years ago. We just merely gave it a super upgrade.
You really emphasize her role in the creation process. What was your wife like?
While she was smart, strong, innovative, intelligent, she was my world, my everything. When I met her, I was a man full of dreams, but she made me realize that these dreams did not belong in the realms of my imagination, but that they could be real.
So you fell in love during the project.
It's more complex than that. The project was our expression of love. She was into health and beauty, but was intrigued by cryogenic machines. So we conceived an idea to create a cryogenic machine that would restore youth and beauty by reversing aging. The cryogenic process would also do the same to the internal organs and cells, the heart, lungs, brain, all reversed to the age of one's choosing. The machine is the fountain of youth.
I think the greatest thing you can have is finding someone who you can connect with like that. Share the same vision and energy and just work towards that vision.
Yes. We had the exact same vision. To be with each other forever. You see, we were inseparable. We wanted to spend eternity at each other's side. That was our vision. Eternity. And so we worked towards it. Every day and every night right there at each other's side. Knowing that eternity was just a mathematical equation away, just a chemical formula away, an idea away, and we found it together. Our fountain of youth.
That sounds so beautiful. Sounds like true love.
Yes, true love.
I heard a story about how the first cryogenic chamber was created. I don't know if it's fact or fiction, but the story goes that long before our ancestors left Earth, there was a woman who was so busy with work that she could not find time for her husband and young child. With each passing day, she realized that she was missing out on so much family time. She couldn't afford to leave work because they were trying to save Earth. So she found the research on cryogenic machines, perfected it. She created the first cryogenic machine. She put her family in the cryogenic phase. She was able to continue with work knowing that her husband and child would not change and would be the same people who she left behind. The reason for bringing this story up is to point out that so much innovation has come from a place of true love.
Yes, true love. And that was our vision, for us to live forever and never grow old here in our paradise.
I met your wife.
You did.
Yes. I had aged and I heard about her project. At the time your product was still new. There were many debates on it, but my marriage was on the rocks. Your wife gave me one of your cryogenic machines. I came out the cryogenic chamber with the beauty of my youth. So I decided to go surprise my husband, whilst he was supposedly on a business tour on some distant planet. We spent the night together, and for the first time in a long time, he looked at me like the way he used to. He held me in a way he used to. But the next morning I realized the truth. He thought I was some random girl, just another young girl for his entertainment. Your wife, she changed my life.
She had that effect on people.
Opened my eyes to the world. Freed me from my prison.
Whatever happened to your husband?
It was really sad. He died of an allergy. Ate some fruit. Manufactured on some dingy asteroid fruit factory farm.
And his AI?
Couldn't save him in time, or just couldn't recognize what was killing him. What happened to your wife?
I woke up from my cryo sleep and discovered she had decided to grow old, so she died of old age. Imagine that. The women who defied aging dies of old age.
That must have been hard for you. How have you been able to deal with your grief?
I have my ways of managing it. How have you dealt with your loss?
I realized that my pain was rooted in my relationship with my father, so I have been working through that.
In what ways?
While my husband was so similar to my father, so I realized that my choice of a husband was built on that. So when my husband passed on, my emotional response to that was in a way rooted in my feelings towards my father.
I am struggling to follow.
While my father was into space station real estate and he was always traveling, so was my husband. They both loved disappearing to some paradise planet with some new hot thing. So in some sense, in my husband, I married my father. So I mourned my father and husband in the same time.
You never mourned your father.
He was never in my life. So I didn't feel the need to process that grief. But it really came out during the mourning process of my husband. I hope you're not like them.
In what sense?
That you bring girls to places like this for your entertainment. And you just get rid of them once you are bored of them.
I am not going to lie, I have brought a couple of girls here. But I wouldn't say it was for entertainment, nor would I say I got rid of them.
Oh, okay. Have you found it hard to find someone else?
Yes, I have been struggling with that.
I hope I could change that.
I think you are.
This sunset is just so stunning. It's the most beautiful sunset I have ever seen in all my travels.
I have something else to show you.
This is all so beautiful.
You will love this. Let's take a walk. This is where our journey ends.
Amazing. The forest, the stars.
I am happy to see you're enjoying your time.
Today has been beautiful. I just want to keep this, what we had today, forever. It is hard to explain, but sometimes, you have the greatest time with someone. But then, they do one thing, and it poisons everything. And ruins that precious memory.
Yes, I also feel like that.
So I just want to freeze this.
Yes, to freeze this moment like a photograph. The completeness. The joy. This is how I want to remember you.
You brought a knife. I am guessing you like to slice your fruits.
Yes. Sliced.
I don't know how you knew. And yes, I want to give you this fruit. Here. As a gift.
A gift.
You see, this is a fruit from Earth.
From Earth.
Yes. Every couple of years during the terraforming process, the mother planet Earth settles. During this period, scientists go down to Earth to check on the terraforming progress on the surface.
I never knew that.
Yes, only a few have been there. I haven't been myself. But these fruits were brought to me to examine and study. They are edible. And I want you to have it.
All of the fruits are from Earth.
No, of course not. Just this one. The rest are manipulated copies I made myself.
Thank you. I am grateful for the gift.
This is the picture I wanted. I think this is now my favorite place. This is how I want.
This was her favorite place too. The more we spoke, the more you sounded like her. The more you became her. And yes, I loved her once, but now I hate her. Hate her for leaving me. Don't worry, I have delivered that knife on so many occasions, I think I have mastered it now. Before you leave me, I want you to watch this. Oksu, bring it up.
Here I am. In my favorite place. Our favorite place. I wanted to have my last moment here. It's so beautiful. A crimson night. But it's beautiful. I always believed if you help someone get what they want, you will get what you need. But with you, every single time I helped you with another project, every time we completed a breakthrough, I thought it would be your last. But it always created a hunger for more. Then you left on your big mission. I couldn't spend my time in a machine waiting for you to wake me up. I had to live. There is something beautiful about it. Growing old. With every wrinkle I got, I started to appreciate it. I spent my entire life trying to avoid it, but now I understand it. Aging. Because it was never aging that we fear, but rather not using the time we have well. And looking in the mirror one day, and wondering what we have done with our seconds. Yes, our invention gave us endless time. But sometimes when something is infinite, you don't appreciate it as much. A flower cannot bloom forever. I know when you see this, you will think that I betrayed you. But you will always have her, she was always your first love. Science. It's so beautiful. A crimson night. I don't know when the next one will be. But it's beautiful. And I would have missed it if I was asleep.
You will not have lost a single minute. That machine we created solved that problem. Falling in love with growing old. All you had to do was get in. I came back. But you were gone. This is what you all do. This is how it ends. You leave. You all do. All the promises you made. You killed these girls. All of them on you. This tastes really good.
You could not deal with your past pain. And look at where it led to. Your destruction. If only you just let go. I always imagined this moment. Just like the famous detectives of old delivering my conclusion. Yes. You both seemed surprised, but it was I that brought you two together. I knew you both would not turn this opportunity down. For you, P.O. This was the perfect setting, private and secluded. You loved to play the role of the hidden mistress because it made you untraceable. Your victims always wanted to keep you a secret, and you used this to your advantage to carry out your crimes. Both your father and husband had the tenacity to disappear to secret planets with different women. And you believed this to be the source of your pain. So you became a mistress. So as to punish all those men who seeked you for pleasure. But you were really punishing your husband. whilst you, die gain, slaughtered your victims here where your wife died, almost like a sacrifice to her, to beg for her forgiveness for leaving her to die alone, and to show her that even though she is in the afterlife you will always choose her. You also used the guise of discretion to hide all the evidence that would lead to you. My work here is done, but I am only getting started. I have many like you to catch, and many more conclusions to deliver. A crimson night, how poetic. I bid you adieu.